てくガラスの迷路、ひび割れた声まだ消えないまま、藤た記憶誰かの夢にすり替わる、名前さえ今奪われてく、聞こえるか胸の奥できしむ鎖の叫び、逃げないで選ぶんだ自分だけの芯を、一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてく、ささやく嘘切り裂きながら、覚めないなら夢を燃やせ、一つ操られたスターに君の本と響かせて、かけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ、黒いタイピン運命にコードが刺さる、笑うシステム感情を食らう、震えた指でログアウト先を探してる、でも君の手が確かにここにある、忘れるな偽物でも選ぶ痛みはリアル、奪えない願いだけが最後のパスワード、一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を上書きしてく、ささやく嘘切り裂きながら、覚めないなら夢を燃やせ、一つ操られた明日に君の本と響かせて、かけ違えたストーリー今塗り替えてゆけ、必殺君の声で暗いスクリプトを壊して、一つ書き換えられた世界で僕は僕を更新してく、挟むく影抱きしめながら、傷ついても夢を離すな、一つ操られた未来を君と一緒に飛び越えて、交差してくストーリー今始まりに帰ろう、
Let's go. Stop asking what was that, man. Stop asking what was that. Listen, it's no different than the intro that we've had for I don't even know how long. I don't know what you guys are talking about. What do you mean, what was that? I don't know. What was that? What was that? I have no idea. All right, guys, listen. Welcome to another episode of Hypnocast. We are live. We are live. We are live. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do that, boys, we got to bring it in close. And not only that, shout out to New Blackstreet. Shout out to New Blackstreet, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in the Black Raiders, as they like to be called. I didn't make that up, YouTube. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. I didn't make it up. They call themselves the Black Raiders. What was it? Black Mafia? Gang. I don't really know. Some shit like that. Listen, I have trouble following. But all I'm going to say is welcome in. Welcome into the New Blackstreet Raiders. Guys, make sure to hug them especially, okay? Not only are we going to be chasing the people that try to avoid the hug every day, but we're also going to go and we're going to chase down the Blackstreet Mafia that is in here right now that apparently is raiding us. So shout out to them. We got raided. I don't know. That's what people are saying. That's what people are saying. I have no fucking idea. But regardless, guys, bring it in. Get close. Come on. Get close. They're running away already. Look at them. They're running. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Look at Matthew Watson running. Somebody grab Matthew Watson. Look at Sonya. No hugs. Fuck that. Fuck that. Grab them by their ankles. Bring them in close. Come on. We can't wait. We cannot wait. We got a lot we got to cover today, man. Some crazy shit going down with Marathon. I got like 10 tabs open for Marathon. It's insane. Come on. Hurry up. Dark Tanave is hiding in his box. Don't let Dark Tanave hide in his box. How do you hug? You spam hugging emojis. You spam hugging emojis. That's how you hug. All right, boys, listen. If you're watching over on YouTube, like the stream. Let's go. Like it. Now. If you are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. Now. Let's go. Let's go. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, well, that's impossible. And you probably have a dying live service video game that you have to have Circana misrepresent in order to make people think that you're actually selling your game. So like the stream. Don't let that happen to you, boys. Guys, can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check. What are we checking, man? What are we checking today? We got a lot we got to go over, man. Some crazy shit going down with Marathon. Very interesting information. It's so funny, man. I haven't covered Marathon nowhere near as much as some other people have. But this particular bit, we got to go over it because it's just another Assassin's Creed Shadows situation, boys. That's right. That's right. Marathon has gone full Assassin's Creed Shadows. That's right. We got to talk about it. There's no way. There's no way we're not going to talk about that, boys. But what else are we checking, man? Marathon on the rocks. Pirate approved check. Very nice. Very nice. Tugs, not hugs, bro. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. We're trying to say hi in the most non-gay way possible. This man said tugs, not hugs. But he didn't specify male or female. So I'm just going to automatically assume it's kind of gay. Kind of gay. Tugs, not hugs. Crazy. We got a no work today check. Nice. Nice, Randall. Enjoy your day off, man. Enjoy your day off. What the fuck? Yasuke and Marathon? No. They added a black robot? Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. I hate being negative, but damn. Then don't be negative. Don't be negative. More Marathon drama check. Yes. We're going to talk about it. Train late. Listen. Stop asking for a membership train, okay? Yesterday's membership train, we barely got off the platform. We barely got off the platform. All right. Handy, what's going on, man? Blunt check, of course. Hypnotic must save Diana check. We'll be playing Pragmata soon. Don't worry. Hail Raiders check. Prickly Pear check. Took the day off. Hell yeah check. What else we got? Fentanyl check. What else we got? Let me scroll down. Check. Hump day check. Oh, shit. That's right. It's hump day, boys. It's Wednesday. Everybody's out there fucking today. It's hump day, boys. That's amazing. Wait, what? Switch one hacked, Steam OS installed and running? Bro, what? You turned your Switch into a Steam Deck? That's crazy. The fuck? That's insane. That's awesome, though. All right, guys, listen. ESG scores are at their maximum. We're fully funded, boys. Like the stream. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Guys, let's do the Bigot Army roll call, man. Let's see who's in the chat right now hanging out with us on this beautiful, glorious Wednesday, my guy. It is a glorious Wednesday. Who is in the chat right now? Who is deciding to hang out with us on this beautiful Wednesday? We got Mr. Melancholy. What's going on, man? We got Dragon. What's going on, Dragon? We got Nick Havoc. Leaflet's new music video is fire. What music video? Is that the one that I think I saw Leon reacting to not that long ago, like earlier today? I only caught a little bit of that because then I walked away from the computer. But I'm assuming that's what it was. He loves Leaflet. I think he wants to become Leaflet. I'm pretty sure he wants to become like her Mr. Slime or something. However they call Leaflet. Is Leaflet called the Slime? Something like that? Yeah, I'm not surprised. Sonia, what's going on? Sonia Lissette, spankings for all. I don't think anybody's going to say no. Gaming Wolf 87, what's going on? We got Crash Collins over on Rumble. We got Hanny. We got Yamato 85. We got T-Jazz Art and Comics. We got USMC over on Rumble. We got the Gaming Wolf 87. We got Scamp. Oh, my God. Why? Why? I'm just moving on. Voice in the Water. What's going on, Voice in the Water? We got Dietrich Koenig over on Rumble. We got Zombie Hunter. What's going on? We got Yamato 85. We got the Gaming Wolf 87. We got Zalosi over on Rumble. We got a Kickin' Danitz. What's going on, man? Y2K Cowboy over on Rumble. We got Decrepit with a bong check. What's going on, dude? We got Black Tailgate. We got, let me see. I'm Ed from Space. What's going on, man? Probably. They probably are. We got Mr. Melancholy. We got Tanya Raven. Hassan Piker canceled. Yeah, right. That's never going to happen. They love him too much. We got Antrin. We got Creators Freedom. What's going on, man? Day off now. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nitro Buds. What's going on, man? We got Beautiful Zexel. What's going on, Beautiful Zexel? Luck E-Boy with the empanadas check. We got, how do you say this? Sweetie Squad. There we go. Sweetie Squad. What's going on, man? Why do we need a gay station to play that dad simulator? You don't? We got D Smith. What's going on, man? No, we're not doing two membership trains. Oh my God. We're not doing two membership trains. No. Nick Havoc. What's going on, man? We got Sky. What's going on, Sky? Eating spicy noodles. Nice. We got Blue Octopus screaming at the top of her lungs saying, choo choo. So at first I thought it was a sneeze, and then I thought it was a membership train. Now I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's saying choo choo membership train or like choo. I don't know. I have no idea. She confuses me. Old Man Cad. Tech the Drifter. Demonic Alloy. I love the train hypno. I can't help myself. Bro, pause that. Pause
hey, yo,
that.
what the fuck?
Pause that, my guy. There should be no man that is out here saying, I love the train. Brother, pause that immediately.
Holy shit.
Pause that, please. That's crazy, bro. All right, man. 4 more people that we got to get on with the show. Who do we got in here? Commander Sook. Oh, man. Commander Sonak. What's going on, man? Look at this fucking guy. Scampnotic. Scampnotic. Marius. John Bon Zombie. Dark Tenave. Mad Hatter. Romanizer 24. We got Matthew saying, Hero Priest. We got Karnak Ketrels. We got Sweet Angel. And last but not least, we got Kurakami over on Rumble. What's going on, man? We got John D. What's going on, John D? And we got the fourth wall guy with Chicken Joe. Chicken Joe. Shout out to Chicken Joe. Sir Lloyds. What's going on, Sir Lloyds? How you doing, brother? And then Denarier on Rumble saying that he is not here. With a side of Zombie Hunter. And a little bit of Sanikin. And we got... Let me see. Let me scroll. Gooter Dom is hell fucking yeah. And Sako. All right, guys. Listen, I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bigot Army member. Let's see who's going to get the middle of the week money shot, man. Who's going to get the final call out? Who's going to get the final call out money shot? And then we're going to get on with the show, man. Who is it going to be? Let's see. We got Sanikin saying better act like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo. Through a dimensional doorway to dodge if you must. Go down by 4. Shields engaged on aft. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Gray Soul says, poop shoot blocked by X-Men waifu. Storm. Una reverse blocked. Go down by 3. 1, 2, 3. Future Boy says to go down. Dutch Rudder is not gay. Which goes to Gray Soul, who again says to go down by 3. 1, 2, 3.
Holy shit.
Really? 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 I don't know what's worse. I don't know what's worse. I don't know if it's the username or if it's or if the fact that it's what he said, or it's the fact that he quoted something from a TV show all of us hate. I don't know what's worse. 3 dogs, irradiated nuts. That's a hell of a fucking name. And then on top of that, he said, give me the meat and give it to me, bro. From Rings of Power. From Rings of Power. Oh my God. Congratulations, 3 dogs, irradiated nuts. You are the recipient of the money shot today. We got a new person, guys. A new person.
Monster kill.
What the?
You guys are weird. What can I say? We're all weird. Thank you so much. Congratulations on your money shot, my man. Listen, guys, we got a lot we got to talk about today. All right, one of the main topics today is going to be about Marathon. We haven't spoke about Marathon in quite a bit. Well, that's because there's really nothing to say. You know, the people who are playing the game, they're going to be enjoying the game, and that's great. And the people who want to hate the game are going to hate the game, and that's great. And it's everything in between. But there are some stories that are happening with Marathon. Stories that are happening with Marathon that would honestly blow your mind. There's one particular story that I'm not even going to cover in today's stream because I haven't been able to research it properly through and through. But that story is allegedly that Bungie was one of the #1 donators to an organization that funded hate crimes that essentially funded the KKK. It's crazy shit, bro. When I tell you it's crazy shit, I literally mean it's crazy shit. Okay? It's crazy. It's crazy. But today, we're going to stay more in our realm of expertise, and we're going to talk about the victory lap that Marathon players are doing right now, because apparently Marathon players are on Twitter right now taking the information from good old Circana, boys. That's right. Circana is back. I haven't heard from them since Assassin's Creed Shadows, man. I haven't heard from them since Assassin's Creed Shadows, boys. Now, granted, they have been posting here and there. I'm just telling you. But still, Circana has come in and they have claimed, right? They have claimed that Marathon is the #4 top-selling video game of March, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. The chuds are over. That's it. The chuds are gone. Bye. Bye. We are gone. I took the whole screen with me. We're gone. We're dead. We're in the grave. That's it. Bye. Bye. Bye, chuds. Bye. Bye, chuds. Bye. Felt it. Felt it. Bye. #4. Pack it up, boys. Pack it up. Get out of here. Pack it up. No, anyway. So, no, in all seriousness, stop it. So they're claiming victory for #4. But here's the thing, right? So with Circana, the problem with their numbers is not that they're lying about their numbers. Okay. I want to be very clear because there's certain people that consider Circana to be the gold standard of information, right? This is the gold standard, right? Don't question the gold standard, you fucking chud. Don't you dare have a thought for your own. Circana's the gold standard, you motherfuckers. Well, I have plenty of information that's going to prove exactly why Circana, in my opinion, purposely misrepresents, or at the very least, right? Because they're not lying about their numbers. What they're doing is they're misrepresenting, right? Which is what, to be fair, this is what a lot of companies are very good at, misrepresenting the truth about their numbers, because they obviously want people to, buy into whatever they're selling. And I guess in this case, Circana is selling data and information. But in any case, I'm going to go over everything as to why Marathon is not #4 and why Circana is essentially full of shit in the grand scheme of things, and how people take what Circana says and they run with it, and they make this whole narrative. It's crazy. Like the people who are currently upset right now at the supposed chuds for making videos about Marathon, and they claim that they're misrepresenting Marathon. Well, apparently they're perfectly fine with other people misrepresenting Marathon as long as they're misrepresenting it in a positive light. Funny how that goes. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to go over Marathon. We're also going to go over Pragmata getting attacked by the gamer. The gamer decided to write this glorious article, of course, right? But why not, right? Let's just keep going. Let's just keep going with this shit. I wish they wrote this when I made my video. I would have put it in the video, but they didn't, right? So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Is Marathon really that bad, or do we hate them because of Bungie? I don't like the gameplay. Okay, I don't like the number one thing I don't like about Marathon is the way that it looks. I can't get past it. I'm sorry. I genuinely looked at it and I was like, let me try to just get past it, look at the gameplay. And even when I got past the graphics, which I really didn't get past it, but even if I did get past it, I looked at the gameplay and I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. It's like every other fucking Bungie game, but with an extraction element. Like, I'm good. The gun gameplay is almost exactly this. I'm good. I'm good. Doesn't mean other people can't like it though. I'm perfectly fine with other people liking Marathon. It's fine. Like, I'm not one of these people who are watching Marathon's numbers, 3 times a day, waiting for it to drop, 100 players. Like, I'm not doing that. It's not a big deal to me. But ultimately, I'm not going to sit there and pretend like the game looks amazing. Like, I just don't think it does. But that's just me. And then you'll have people be like, "Oh, you don't like it because you suck at FPSs." Really, brother? Really? Come on. That's what I see a lot of people saying. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Marathon. We're going to talk about Pragmata because apparently the gamer is writing like an anti, what was it, like an anti-dad fucking article or some stupid shit. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. So we're going to go over it. And we're going to go over Steam. We're going to go over Steam because Steam is winning yet again, boys, and it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. There is a post that was from Thomas Mahler. If you don't know who Thomas Mahler is, Thomas Mahler is the man who is behind No Rest for the Wicked, a video game that I heavily enjoy and heavily recommend as long as you could deal with early access, but that's up to you. This game, this creator, this guy, he wrote a post about what Valve's been up to recently, explaining how Steam is on ARM and it just released and it's a big deal and why it is a big deal. Because essentially that means that every future handheld gaming PC can actually target ARM and have Steam OS run on it, which essentially means that Valve is making it to a point where their OS is not going to be necessarily just only on their hardware, obviously, which it already isn't. But they're essentially making it so that they could be everywhere. They could be everywhere and not have to actually make the hardware themselves. It's wild stuff. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it and see what he's got going on there. And obviously, we got a ton of fast topics. We got Toei announcing that they're going to start developing video games. I was supposed to cover that yesterday. I didn't get to cover it. We're going to talk about Toei apparently making video games now. They made a post about it. We're going to talk about Half-Life 3 cope because apparently people are coping about Half-Life 3. We're going to talk about Aeon 2. A lot of you motherfuckers in this chat, man, if you're an MMO gamer like I was back in the day, you bastards should know all about Aeon. Aeon was amazing for its time. Amazing for PvP. So much fun. God damn, I love Aeon. But unfortunately, the game died after a long time. It was alive for a long time, but the game died pretty much. And now they're coming out with Aeon 2. It's already out in their local countries, but it's going to go global this year. It's going to go global this year. So we'll be able to play in the US this year for Aeon 2. I'm fucking excited. I want to check this out to see just how garbage is going to be in comparison to the first Aeon. But anyway, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that, and we got man, this like inner turmoil thing between Bethesda and Fallout. I don't know what's going. I mean, not Bethesda and Fallout. I'm sorry, Bethesda and Obsidian. I don't know what's going on with this shit, man. But they are taking like pot shots at each other. You got Bethesda developers taking pot shots at New Vegas. You got New Vegas developers at Obsidian taking pot shots at Bethesda. It's all over the fucking place, man. It's insane. And we got some, maybe we could get on some Ubisoft news if we have the time. And we also got a Valve designer basically felting developers and saying, if you want to get attention on Steam, that there's no secret way to do it. You just got to make a good game. And then he says, you should perhaps make a good game. Ouch. I'm sure some people took some big offense to that. So we got a lot we got to talk about, boys. But before we do any of that, guys, we still have the One Piece Waifu Battle Tournament that is happening right now. We've had 3 victors already move on to the next round. And today is going to be the 4th round. And this is going to be a big one. That's right, boys. That's right, boys. Listen, man, in the first round, Boa got felted because people let their guard down. All right, we've had a lot of trolls in the waifu battle lately with this particular tournament, and they're hate voting against some of the more popular One Piece waifus. But today's battle is going to be an interesting one. It's going to be Nico Robin, which I know a lot of people have been waiting for, versus Monette. Okay, so we're going to have Nico Robin versus Monette all stream long with a winner decided at the end. If you do super chat, make sure. Oh my God, what the fuck? Jesus, Fighter 4. Listen, anyway, hold on. Wait, it's already starting. Holy shit. It's already starting. Listen, relax. You gotta use hashtag if you want your vote to count for whichever waifu, you need to do hashtag Nico Robin or hashtag Monette at the beginning of your super chat. I don't care what else you say after that. It has to be at the beginning. Hashtag Nico Robin, hashtag Monette, one of the two. And we'll decide a victor at the end. And keep in mind, guys, this is going to be the final battle in the first bracket. I'll bring up the bracket right now so that you guys can see what's going on here. But check this one out. So this is going to be the final battle of this bracket. We've already decided the winners of the previous three. Let me bring it up here. So as you can see, Khalifa, gone. Yamato won yesterday. And then Viola, gone. Perona won, obviously. And then this was a shocking one. People were really pissed about this one. Boa Hancock, gone. Raiju Vinsmoke won the first battle. So we're making our way. We're making our way through little by little. And today is the last one of the first bracket, Nico Robin versus Monette. So we'll figure out who's going to win at that point, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, we got a full on stream, boys. You ready for this shit? I'm going to skip the membership train. I don't think you guys want a membership train today. I don't think you want a membership train. I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you guys want a membership train. So we're going to get right into the pre-stream legends, boys. We got to thank the people that take the extra step every single fucking day for this stream, as we are trying to currently get to 636 tier 1s in a row and 312 tier 2s in a row, ladies and gentlemen. So do not forget how amazing these pre-stream legends are. Hey, yo, Blue says, give me the train. Stop it. Repent. What are you talking about, repent? You know what happens when you assume? Oh, my God. Guys, you don't want the membership train. It's pretty clear. What the heck? Give us a train? No. It's pretty clear you don't want the train, okay? It's pretty clear. Mr. Melancholy with a 2. Hashtag Nico Robin, tall and stacked. Mr. Melancholy was the first vote for Nico Robin. What a badass. Look at that shit, man. Then we got Marius with a 2 for hashtag Nico Robin for the win. Clearly, you see where a lot of people's minds are right now. But do not let your guard down, because that's what happened to Boa, and it didn't end too well. I'm surprised Yamato survived yesterday, to be honest with you. Marius with a 5. He's late again, isn't he? Somebody get Gopher on the line for a wellness check. Gopher's dead. What are you talking about? He's in our hearts. Space Monkey with a 189. Hashtag Nico Robin. Bungie loves SPLC. Yeah, I'm going to look into the whole SPLC story. I didn't want to do it right away. You guys know I don't jump on stories right away. I wanted to... I really didn't have time today. I wanted to like really kind of flesh out and see what the research was on that and see what's going on, where the story's coming from and all that stuff. So I'm going to look into it a little bit more. And if it comes out to be true, then obviously I'll make a video on it and we'll talk about it. But thank you, Space Monkey, with the 199. Appreciate it. We got Gray Soul with a 2. Hashtag Nico Robin. Opla S2 made me a fan of hers. Shout out, man. Appreciate that, bro. Thank you, Gray Soul. Sir Loins for 9 months. I'll make you grab your ankles. Hey, yo! Hey, yo, what the fuck? That's fucking gay. Nah, bro, that's gay. That is gay. That is gay, brother. That is gay. Why would you say that? That's crazy, bro. Sky with a 2. All of Leaflet's music is awesome. Yeah, I gotta check it out when I get time. It's just I don't ever have time. That's the problem. Time is like the one currency I never have. It sucks. Black Tailgate with a 2. At Hypnotic. At Scampus. At Scampnotic. What the fuck, bro? Why are you tagging the Scampuses? Let them die. There's hope to win a 2 Half-Life 3. There's still hope, everyone. No! There is no hope with Half-Life 3. Let it go. Let it go. You're coping. It's not going to happen. And then look at this guy, man. Holy shit, brother. Fighter 4 with a $100 Red Boy Hyper Banger.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Absolutely insane. This man wants Latinas. You best believe he's gonna get it, boys. Strap in. You may not get a membership train, but you're going to get some Latinas, which if you've ever been with a Latina, you pretty much know they're basically a train, right? They're basically a train. You can't stop them. They keep going everywhere, and they'll kill you eventually if they're not maintained.
Okay, everyone, we got another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Fighter 4 took the first shot today. I kind of knew today was going to be an interesting battle, man. I figured this one was going to be quite the fight. Monette versus Nico Robin. The first $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger goes to Nico Robin. Crazy, man. Thank you so much, brother. He says, reminding the chat to be on the lookout for any troll shots from Monette. Well, funny you say that. Funny that you say funny that you say that. Thank you, Fire to 4. Ron DFK with a 2. Hashtag Nico Robin. Monette looks like an interpretive dancer. Bro, really? An interpretive dancer? That's insane. Chaotic Holy, Nico Robin. Pound. Yeesh. iPad kitty. Thank you, Chaotic Holy. I appreciate that. Yo, look at this, man. No membership train, and this man does a membership train anyway. All by himself. Holy shit. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Should we do a membership train? Let me know after the Rick roll.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
And considering that's the first membership hyper banger, mega banger, any banger of the stream, you already know what that means. What a legend, bro. James Opp. James Opp, you got everybody in here calling for a membership train, brother. I wasn't going to do one, but people keep calling for one. They keep yelling at me. Somebody even super chatted right now for a fucking membership train. All right, boys, you going to strap in? You going to strap in? You going to strap in? You got 1 minute. You got a 1 minute membership train to make it count. So either we're talking shit, or we're going to make it count. I don't know. We're going to figure it out. Regardless, we get to listen to some epic music while getting on the train. Get on the train already, goddamn.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Get on the train. Hurry up.
Aboard.
Hurry up. Get on the train. Sir Loin says no. Grab him. Throw him on the train.
Lights up, first spark, first flame, name after name, rushing down the frame. Midnight core, Hypnocast alive. Every little badge like a battle cry. I see the counter climbing. Tick, tick, tick. Every ping's a
Monkey Man with the membership. Thank you, sir. Black Tailgate with the membership. Thank you, sir. Dexter Bell with the membership. Thank you. Deidre Connick on Rumble membership. Thank you. Dark Canade membership. Thank you. Felsteph membership. Thank you. The Ovis membership on Rumble. Raza membership on Rumble. Thank you. Zalowski membership on Rumble. Crash Collins membership on Rumble. You've Omega 5 memberships on YouTube. Marius membership. Thank you. Mr. Evans membership. Thank you.
membership train.
Holy shit. That was insane. Oh my God, it's still going. Demon Carol membership. God damn, man. Randall membership. Crash Collins membership over on Rumble. God, Jesus. All right. All right, fine. That was a really sick membership train. I'll give that to you guys. I'll give that to you. Beautiful Zexel with the it's still going. Guys, the train is over. The train is over. Hold on, relax. Relax. The train is over. Thank you. I'm going to call them all out in a second. Let's keep going through the super chats and bring it again to the content. Come on, we got to get into the content, boys. James Hobb, thank you again. Fighter 4, funny how you said watch out for the troll shots because Mr. Sirloins decided to answer the call with a 99.99 Red Boy Hyperbanker for hashtag Monette. He says, don't knock the bird. Cat. You know what he means. Till you've tried.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. It's a Red Boy Hyper Banger, bitches! Let's bring the ladies in!
Shout out to Sirloins throwing in a crazy Red Boy to try to get Monette to get caught up a little bit to Nico Robin. I mean, it's actually pretty close now. So shout out to you, my man. Thank you, Sirloins. I appreciate that. You for Mako with a 2 hashtag Nico needs a clip called How to Train Your Blue Octo. Oh my God. Let's not do that. Let's not have an Octopus Red Boy clip. Please, God, please. Deaderiah with a 5. Hashtag Nico Robbins, Circana, misrepresenting? No way. A company founded by Matt Piscatella, based in London and backed by the UK government, would never do that. Nope, they will never do that. Not at all. Never. Never. They're innocent. No company lies ever, especially from the UK. Never. Never. Monkey Man with a 2, hashtag Nico Robin. I bet she would like my dad jokes. She might. You never know. Darren Soto with a 5. Hypno, you got to believe there is hope. There's no hope. Let's give the syringe of hope to everyone. No, there's no hope for Half-Life 3. Stop. It's not happening. Mr. Hardcore Mode with a 10. Hashtag Nico Robin. Been modding Stalker Gamma. Also recommend Road to Vostok. It got me pumped for Metro 2039. I heard Road to Vostok was pretty good. I think it got gifted to me. I'm pretty sure, but I heard it was pretty good. It's just, dude, I have no time. Like I'm trying desperately to complete like 5 or 6 games right now. Some of them off stream, some of them on stream. But it's a pain in the ass. I'm trying, though. Thank you for the 10. There's Soto with a 5. Choo-choo, Hypnotic Express membership train on its way. He wasn't lying because then you got Monkey Man with the membership, Black Tailgate with the membership, Dexter Bell with the membership, Dark Today with the membership, Felstep with the membership, Sir Loins with a 99-cent super sticker, UF Omega with the 5 membership banger. Thank you so much, my man. Marius with the membership. Thank you. Scream and Go for a 2 says hashtag Nico Robin. I heard there is a job opening. Apparently, I guess so. For a screaming goat. Miss Bella Games with the membership. Thank you, Miss Bella Games. Demon Carol with the membership. Randall with the membership. And last but not least on YouTube, Beautiful Zexel with the membership. God damn, boys. That was crazy. That was crazy. Shout out to all of you on YouTube for doing an amazing job. Let's go over to Rumble where we got Deidre Connick with the membership. Let me bring him up on screen real quick. Deidre Connick with the membership. Where is it at? Chat. There we go. Deidre Connick with the membership. Thank you, my man. I appreciate that. Deidre Connick with a 5 for hashtag Nico Robin. Cut. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Viovis with the membership. Raza with the membership. Zelosi with the membership. And Crash Collins with the membership over on Rumble. Rumble was doing a membership train too, man. Rumble was doing a membership train too. That is amazing. Shout out to you guys. I appreciate that. That's it. We're fully caught up over on Rumble. Thank you, Rumble. I appreciate that. Sir Loins, 99. Hashtag Monette. Not saying I'm into birds, but put me in a room with her and I'm leaving with feathered nuts. Bro. Bro. Oh, my God, dude. Why was that so funny to me? Feathered nuts should not be funny to me, but it is. I don't know why it is. Thank you, Sir Loins. I appreciate that. Oh my God. Yo. Oh, I'm telling you guys, Nico Robin is not safe. You guys think this shit is easy? I told you this was going to be a battle. Let me bring these two bitches up on screen again. Hold on. I told you guys this was going to be a fight, bro. Kira Nightshade with a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger for hashtag Monette. Am I helping? LOL. Raiju wasn't a troll. I really wanted her to win. Totally no, I can't save Raiju. This is fun, though. Shout out to Kira Nightshade. $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger, and Monette is now in the lead. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Shout out to Kira Nightshade. Thank you so much for the $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger, putting Monette in the lead in this insane battle between Nico Robin and Monette. We are already at tier 2. I'm putting the ears on, and then we're going to get into the content. Kira, you got to let me know what clip you want. Otherwise, I'm just going to play whatever. But in the meantime, we got some ears to put on, and then we got a show to do. So let's go, man. Shout out to every single one of you for helping us get to tier 2 yet again for the 312 stream in a row and 636 tier 1s in a row. One of the most legendary streaks to ever happen on YouTube, if not the most legendary streak. I don't know if anybody has a longer streak. I don't know. He says play whatever. All right, Kira Nightshade, you got it, man. Play whatever. We're going to play this clip, and then we're getting on. We're getting on with the show, boys. We're getting on with the show. You guys ready for the best clip in the world? The best clip in the world? Brought to you by the Banana Express.
All right, this is the last one. This is the last one.
I hypnotic, hypno, yeah, big strong beefy man. Got that bull, see, ready to pop.
This man said perfection, brother. You gay as hell, boy. You gay as hell. This man gay as hell. Tell you what, just like this.
Try to relax your anus.
And there's a little bit of a...
Your shoulders.
You gay as hell.
Shout out Kira Nightshade. Thank you for the $100 red boy. I appreciate that. Adair Soto with a 2 for hashtag Monette. Wait, what? She is finger licking good? Bro, are you okay? That's crazy. Dartanave with a 2 hashtag Monette. I think she's very cute. I can't even say that word, man. Thank you, Dartanave. And then Dead Eyes Lock threw in a 10 banger for Nico, but did not put the hashtag, and then followed it up with a 10 banger with a hashtag for Nico Robin. So Dead Eyes Lock, that is a 10 for hashtag Nico Robin over on Rumble. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Right now, guys, Monette is in the lead. We're going to figure it out after a couple of topics. We'll see how the battle's going right now. T-Jap, if you have a recap, please let me know. In the meantime, let's get into the content, ladies and gentlemen. What are we going to start off with? Let's start off with, well, we're definitely not doing the marathon story first. That's a long story. We're going to save that for like the second or third story. Let's talk about Aeon 2, because I'm excited about Aeon 2, man. So if you guys haven't heard about Aeon, Aeon holds a special place in Mahat. Aeon, you know, it's so funny, man. Aeon, I'm actually surprised that I was able to play Aeon, considering that when Aeon came out, when did Aeon come out? Aeon came out, let me see. When did Aeon release? Aeon came out 2008. So, bro, that was my prime World of Warcraft days. Aeon came out around a time where people were swearing up and down that they were going to be the WoW killer, right? Every single, like, you know how today we get a bunch of live service video games nonstop 24/7 because everybody's chasing to be like the next Fortnite killer. Like they want to be the next Fortnite. They want to take over where Fortnite's at, all that stuff. It was the same thing with World of Warcraft back in the day, right? So in 2008, this was prime World of Warcraft time. So this was at a time where every studio was making MMORPGs. Every fucking studio was making MMORPGs, okay? Considering how hardcore I was playing WoW, I'm actually surprised. Not that I look at the date, I'm surprised how I was able to do so much time in Aeon. But I did. Aeon was this fantastic MMORPG, Eastern MMORPG, truly fantastic. The combat was amazing. The PvP was amazing. I played a sorcerer personally at the time, and just the world was so fun to explore. The world looked amazing. Like just the detail that they had in that world was crazy. The characters all looked amazing. The gear looked amazing. You had like sieges that you could do and stuff like that. I mean, it was so good. Aeon was so good. Unfortunately, the game did eventually die off because what happened is the same thing that happened with every MMORPG at the time, which was people would leave World of Warcraft temporarily to go play whatever the hottest new MMO was, and then they would end up leaving and going back to WoW a couple of months later, and then the game would die. It's like the same fucking thing. It's the same thing that happens with the live service video games right now. Also, there was obviously like with Eastern video games, you got a lot of bots in the chat. You got real money traders. You got all, but every MMO has that, especially now. But Aeon 2 is apparently a video game that already exists. Okay, it's out in their native countries, but it's been waiting for its English localization, and apparently that is coming to fruition. Aeon 2 is going to be releasing globally this year, and I will definitely be checking it out. To be honest with you, I'm only going to be checking it out due to my just nostalgia. I'm going to be so upfront with you. My nostalgia is going to be the reason why I'm going to check out Aeon 2. Not only that, it does look good. Like from the trailers that I've seen, the gameplay I've seen, it does look good. But my nostalgia is going to make me check out Aeon 2 just out of curiosity to see if it's anything like the first one. But unfortunately, it looks like they might be going the free-to-play route because apparently it had a lot of microtransaction problems at launch, which is a little bit concerning. So we're going to see what's going on here. Aeon 2, NCSoft sequel to the original Aeon, set 200 years after the original game. Launched in November of last year, to some mixed opinions about its microtransaction schemes. That doesn't appear to have stopped the sequel from picking up steam, though. Literally, it'll be coming to Steam as part of global release later this year. I feel like these games are going to really be held down by modern day microtransaction bullshit, because back in the day in 2008, you really weren't having too much of that. Like, you had a little bit of that. NC Soft was a pretty shitty company, but they delivered on a really good game with Aeon 1. But now in today's world, like today's modern microtransaction hellscape that we live in, I feel like it's going to be really muddied with this game. At launch, Aeon 2 will be accessible globally. It will maintain servers in 4 regions with in-game language options for English, French, German, Spanish, and Portuguese, Japanese, Korean, Russian, and Chinese. It says the question is, has NCSoft made good on its promises last year to change things in time for this global launch? Things were so bad that the developer had to issue an emergency apology for the game after it went live in Korea and Taiwan last year, stating that they were complacent and unthoughtful. While I can't speak to it personally, I wouldn't hold my breath for a completely revitalized game with 0 pay-to-win elements whatsoever. This is, after all, NCSoft making it free-to-play MMO. Yeah, see, this is the problem. Pay-to-win, right? Pay-to-win is going to be a big, big problem. If they actually do have pay-to-win in this game, brother, I'm going to be so mad. I'm going to check out the trailer because I haven't seen the trailer in a while. Let me see if they have anything new on Steam for the trailer for Aeon 2. I'm going to bring it up right now because if you guys have never seen Aeon in general, then you can check it out here. It's a short trailer. It's like a minute long. So let's see. Let's bring it up on screen and let's see what we got. Aeon 2. Here we go. One thing I will say is that you never have to worry about the girls looking fucking ugly. I'll tell you that. When it comes to Aeon or just like these kind of Eastern video games, you never have to worry about that. Especially in Aeon though. Aeon is all like Aeon was all about how your character looked. A lot of the time, people work their ass off to make their like gear look as good as possible. That was like a big selling point in Aeon. So if they keep that going in Aeon 2, I don't think you're gonna have a problem with that. And this was one of like the first MMORPGs, especially from the East, to have this level of action combat all the way back in 2008. Like their combat was so good. It was action, but it was also tab target in a way. Like it was very interesting how they actually managed to blend all of the popular MMO mechanics back in the day. I wonder if it's going to be similar now, but I got to imagine it will be, just obviously like evolved from what it was, but still. Oh, and Aeon obviously had flying too back then. I think this was before World of Warcraft even had flying. This was one of the big selling points in Aeon because you were actually able to have like these wings that allowed you to actually fly through the world like this. Now it seems like you could have a mount, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you were able to fly. You were able to fly in the game, and you could have PvP in the sky. So like if you just wanted to randomly take flight, you could take flight and then start fighting each other in the sky. It was crazy shit, man. I'm telling you. That was one of the biggest selling points, man. The wings at the time anyway. Now it's like whatever, because obviously like flying is in a lot of video games now, but back then, the fact that you can not only fly but also do PvP in the air. Now, obviously it was limited to like you couldn't just stay in the air. Like you had a system that eventually would run out, I believe, if I remember correctly. Especially if you took damage, but it was fucking crazy. It was so, when I tell you this game was ahead of its time, I was so addicted to this game. I really was. This game was fantastic. I wish it never died in population, and it was so good, so good. But it did have its faults, obviously too. It's not like fucking perfect, you know. Let's look at some screenshots. What do we got? Like the world building in Aeon was so good. It was so good. Like each zone looked magical. each zone looked like something you actually wanted to fucking explore. It wasn't boring to look at. Each character, each enemy, everything looked interesting. You know what I mean? But I just worry that knowing that this game is going to be free to play now and having the level of microtransactions that it's going to have. I mean, their character creator was pretty decent too back in the day. But as you can clearly see, they're going to make sure that it stays in Aeon 2, you know? So, I mean, look at this. Holy fucking thunder thighs, girl. God damn. Listen, man, I'm excited, but I'm also not going to be ignorant. Okay, I'm not going to be ignorant to what NC Soft is going to do or potentially do with Aeon 2. I'm not going to be ignorant to it. I will try it out because it's free to play, so there's no monetary investment. And I'll probably stream it too, to be honest with you, because I fucking love this franchise. But, you know, I also know that the chance of this being what I remembered is probably going to be very slim. Very, very slim. So, but I hope it's good. I really do hope it's good because I really would love nothing more than a really good Aeon sequel that actually sticks around this time. I think that'll be pretty sick. So we'll see how that goes. But that's gonna be interesting. Let me X this out really quick. I'm excited for that, man. 2026. I don't know when it's gonna come out in 2026, but we'll see when that happens. All right, let's go to the next story. I'll catch up on supers in a second. Guys, don't forget we're having the battle today. It's Nico Robin versus Monette. It's a fucking crazy battle right now. Monette is in the lead. Nico Robin fans, I don't know if they're going to be okay with that, but we'll find out. Guys, let's talk about Bethesda and Obsidian, because we covered Bethesda and Obsidian the other day, where I believe it was Obsidian that was taking pot shots at Bethesda developers, right? They were basically saying that Bethesda developers don't have the skill or the source code in order to do a Fallout New Vegas remake like the rumors are suggesting is going to happen. Well, apparently now, and this is so funny because this was rumored for such a long time, and now it's kind of been like somewhat confirmed for the most part. But Fallout New Vegas developer says Bethesda made the studio sit through a whole PowerPoint presentation about all the things that Obsidian did wrong. So this was a rumor for a long time that Bethesda was not happy with a lot of the aspects of the Fallout New Vegas video game. Because obviously Obsidian is the one that made the game or worked on the game. But apparently they made them sit through an entire PowerPoint presentation about what they did wrong in the game, which is actually kind of funny because Fallout New Vegas is one of the really only games from Obsidian that people truly would probably put in their beloved category, or at least it's one of those games that they're known for, whereas Obsidian is not really known for too much else, especially now more than ever. They've been putting out flop after flop lately. They'll try to convince you it's a success. Just like Call of Duty tried to convince you they were successful until they had to admit that they're not anymore by taking it off of Game Pass. But in any case, we're still going to talk about it. So apparently Bethesda used review scores against Obsidian Entertainment. They used review scores against them. Wow. Fallout New Vegas is one of those games that only seem to rise in people's esteem as time goes on. And to be fair, that's usually how Bethesda-style video games go. All right, and I've said this before, Bethesda-style video games, the reason why they have the long-standing nature that they do is because of the modding community. The modding community ensures that Bethesda video games continue to be relevant because some of them would die off if it wasn't for the modding community and what they were able to do with the game, right? Not to say that some of them wouldn't have continued to be successful, because I think Oblivion would have been one of those games. But like Fallout 4, for example, or even a Skyrim, for example, Skyrim's relevancy, all of it is tied to modders, right? Yeah, I know Todd hates New Vegas, but anyway, well, let's talk about it. So this kind of leads to that whole conversation about that. So anyway, it seems to not only rise in esteem as time went on, especially since it's like a milestone marker for the last remnants of the series' more old school CRPG spirit before Fallout 4 saddled gamers with a voice protagonist, but it's a matter of public record that Obsidian wasn't brought on for further projects, which, according to the writer on the game and prolific video game narrative guy Chris Avallone, was something Bethesda really hammered home. During a recent interview with YouTube channel TKS Mantis, Avallone made what I can only describe as a series of faces as his interviewer praised the New Vegas DLC Dead Money, which is infamous for stripping you of every belonging you own to build a more survival horror-esque atmosphere. The reason I'm making these expressions and hesitations about it is because despite what I thought would be cool As an examination of Fallout, it was so different from the core experience that it was obviously a huge turnoff for a lot of people. And while he brushed off these concerns, Avalon insists that when it comes to sales and reviews, it matters. And also Bethesda used review scores against us for DLCs for like why they didn't want to keep doing things with us anyway, even though they didn't want to keep doing things with us anyway. So whatever. So it's very clear that it was a bit of a, rough relationship between Bethesda and Obsidian. And like the article said, it's public record that we know that they're not working together anymore in any capacity. And then you kind of have to wonder why. His subsequent ought to be taken with a grain of salt as he left Obsidian on bad terms with upper management in 2015, then encountered further controversy with allegations of sexual misconduct, saw him removed from Dying Light 2 in 2020. Those charges were later dropped in 23. Basically, he's not got a lot of reason to mince or be careful with his words. Still, they're nonetheless wild. According to Avalon, Bethesda raked Obsidian over the coals with slides. It was fun. They had a whole PowerPoint presentation, not even about the DLC. They had a whole PowerPoint about all the things Obsidian did wrong. And we were like, wow. And they showed it to us. And we were like, okay, this is hugely morale boosting. So listen, man, I kind of believe this. And the reason why I kind of believe this is because Bethesda, as we have seen, is extremely egotistical. A lot of their developers are extremely fucking egotistical. I'm talking like mega levels of ego. We covered it in another article. What was it, like a couple of days ago, where a former Bethesda developer was basically saying that people need to respect Bethesda more, that they deserve the respect because they're the only ones doing what they're doing in the industry. Apparently, everybody else is running away from creating massive open world video games, sandbox style video games. Everybody's apparently running away from that. So I don't know what Crimson Desert's doing. I guess that's their way of running away, just in the other direction. I don't really know. But regardless, that's what they try to convince. And they're like, they deserve respect. I'm like, all right, bro, let's relax a little bit with this, right? So, and we've seen other examples, like Todd Howard just refuses to want to admit when he's fucked up. This is like 16 times the detail. Todd Howard, this is like, it just works, Todd Howard. You know what I mean? Like, we know that they are not exactly the they're not exactly light on ego. Let's just put it like that. Okay. So I can kind of believe that Bethesda would walk into, Obsidian Entertainment and be like, you guys sit down like children and watch this presentation, and we're gonna show you everything that you fucked up. Here's this, and keep in mind, these are the same people that are currently online on social media in some way, shape, or form trying to convince you that gaming was so positive back in the day. They were trying to convince you gaming was so positive. Nobody ever said anything negative. Nobody said anything negative. It was all positivity, boys. Positivity everywhere. Everybody was sucking each other off back in the day. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. There was criticisms everywhere. We all know that, right? From a development standpoint, from a gamer standpoint, the overall conversation was not always just positive. And this is just another example of how it never was always just positive. This is the bullshit that they try to spew every single day. But in any case, I do find this interesting. And overall, I will say, well, hold on. It says, he continues, I thought we made a good product for you guys that kept Fallout in the public consciousness, but you guys don't seem very happy about it, despite the fact that you reaped a lot of the rewards for it. As far as dead money goes, Avalon says he thinks that the vision for a survival horror experience was a little too different from the core experience of Fallout. And that was kind of a turnoff for people, which, hey, fair enough. I think it's probably true that weird novel experiences tend to age better, removed from the expectations that come as a package deal with most DLC. So I'll say this, man, Bethesda, I can absolutely see them doing this shit. I also think they need to focus on Elder Scrolls 6. I'm so sick and tired of them announcing video games so many years ahead and then never having anything to show for it. And by the time they do show it, nobody's going to be like the expectation versus the reality of the game is always going to be mismatched, because you guys announced this so long ago that people's apathy started to kick in, and nobody's going to care about the game by the time it comes out. And then when it comes out, yeah, it's going to sell well because it's the Bethesda game. But the reason why it's going to sell well, especially if it uses the creation engine, which I think it is, or at least a new version of it, is because the people that are buying it already know that the modders are going to fix whatever problems that you're going to have with this game, which I'm sure is going to be a lot. I'm sure there's going to be a ton of problems with this upcoming Elder Scrolls 6. I'm sure it's going to be broken as fuck. It might even be Fallout 76 all over again. But people buy it anyway because they're like, well, modders are going to fix it within a couple of months. It's sad, but that's kind of how it goes, you know? So we'll see. Elder Scrolls 6 doesn't exist. Probably not. Probably not. But we'll see what ends up happening. With that future game. But yeah, I just find it funny how lately there's been a lot of pot shots between Obsidian and Bethesda, constantly back and forth. It's so obvious they don't like each other. But again, these are the people that go online and be like, "Oh, gamers are so negative. Gamers are so negative. Why can't you just be positive for once? Talk about something positive." All right, let me catch up on supers really quick. Let's see if we have any supers to catch up on. Let me check Rumble really quick. Damn, there was a crazy membership train on Rumble. Thank you so much. They don't have talent to make a janky Skyrim anymore. Isn't that kind of sad? I feel like Bethesda of today would probably look at Fallout 76 launch as like a good job. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's funny. Full Metal, you actually say something that's pretty interesting, right? Because I agree that there are companies out there, and it's happening more and more. There are companies out there in the Western gaming industry that are absolutely just relying on the nostalgia of their one big hit. They're one-hit wonders, right? They're one-hit wonders. That's what they are. We see it happening with Halo Studios. We see it happening with Bungie. We see it happening. Halo Studios and Bungie are separate, but you know what I mean. We see it happening with Bethesda. We see it happening with a lot of companies, right? We see it happening with what the fuck's the other one? Naughty Dog. Like Naughty Dog is still riding on that first Last of Us big hit, right? Or the Uncharted 1 big hit. They're just riding on it. Like they're just riding on the legacies. Blizzard, yep, big time. Misspelled Games, you're right. Blizzard. Listen, I'm gonna tell you what, Misspelled Games. I don't know if you're a Warcraft fan in terms of like Warcraft, not World of Warcraft. But I'll tell you, man, the situation that happened with Warcraft 3 Reforged, like I've been angry at a lot of things in gaming over the many years that I've been alive. I've been angry at a lot of things in gaming. I've been happy about a lot of things in gaming. I love Warcraft 3. I think Warcraft 3 is one of the greatest games ever. I really do. What these motherfuckers did with Warcraft 3 Reforged, not only did the remaster of Warcraft 3 be insulting to a lot of people, but then they took away the original Warcraft 3. It took away the original Warcraft 3 at the time that Warcraft 3 Reforged came out. It's so insane. Like, what the fuck is wrong? So you offer an inferior product and then you try to what do you call it? You try to sell that inferior product. Like that's the worst part about it, in my opinion. Like you took away the older game from being able to be downloaded. That's insane to me. What the fuck is wrong with you? So people, the game would be updated into Reforged. So even if you had the old game, if you updated, like if you had a Warcraft 3 Reforged, it would update the old game into Reforged, and then you lose the old game. And then Reforged was so bad that people couldn't go back to play the old game. It's fucked up. So anyway, crazy stuff. I'll never forget that. That was a huge controversy for Blizzard. That was actually one of the worst controversies that Blizzard initially had by far. Improve the following items which were previously unstackable, non-stacking inventory, regular biscuit. Oh, you're talking about the Crimson Desert update? Nice. We got Mr. Melancholy with a 5. Hashtag Nico Robin. My love, Shapely. Love, respect is earned, not given. Bugthesda. And if you have a lot of work to do, earn respect back, chumps. I agree. Warcraft 3 refunded. That's what they called it. Warcraft 3 refunded. It was so good. All right, let's get into it, boys. Oh man. Yo, Nico Robin fans, what are you doing? Holy shit, boys. Holy shit. Sirloins with a $49.99 mega banger for hashtag Monette. Bird Ninja. Why you ain't got no hair down there? If you know, you know. God damn, boys. I knew today's battle was going to be interesting, but I didn't think it was going to be this interesting. Holy shit, this is amazing. The Monette fans are coming out strong, man. Whew. We're going to see what happens with this one, boys. Thank you, Sir Loins, with the $49.99. I appreciate that. Denna Ryer, 13 months. Reforged was a disgrace. I agree. Diablo 2 Resurrection was done by a third-party dev team. Blizzard North is dead. None of the OG devs are working there. Back to Rumble. I agree. I think, and it's so funny because from what I see to the gameplay of Resurrection, it's actually a lot better. Like that's how you would do a remaster. That's how you would do like an update or something like that. Whatever Reforged was fucking trash, bro. Trash. Absolute trash. All right. Let us get into... Hold on, I don't think anything on Rumble. Nothing on Rumble. All right, let's get into the next topic. Let me X out of this, boys. Let's do... Oh, I still have the Aeon story up. Whoops. Guys, really quick, fast story. Half-Life 3. Can we stop? Can we stop with Half-Life 3? Can I just politely ask us to stop with Half-Life 3, ladies and gentlemen? Can we stop? Soda Skins. Half-Life 3 was just confirmed to be dropping this year by an anonymous user on Reddit. He claims the release date of the Steam machine is to match with the schedule of Half-Life 3 this year. Valve is very busy with Half-Life 3 in the Steam machine, which is internally viewed as their flagship product. The user states to expect more news within 2 weeks from now. Can we stop? Seriously, can we stop? Guys, you know how many times I hear rumors about Half-Life 3 and I just laugh at them? And it's always from some like anonymous Reddit source. It's always the same people. Like some anonymous, Reddit user says that Half-Life 3 is totally coming. Can we stop? Stop fucking coping. And then they're like, oh, expect more news within 2 weeks. You know what's going to happen in 2 weeks? The same thing that happened when Jason Schreier told us that PlayStation was going to announce that they were pulling out of PC gaming within the next 30 days or so. Remember, like he was like, hey, you're going to hear something real soon about them pulling out of PC gaming. And then you're going to mark my words. You're going to say that I was right. And then nothing ever happened. We're still waiting. I'm still waiting for that announcement so I can laugh at it. I can't wait for that announcement. I hope it's true. I really want it to be true. I want Sony to pull out of PC gaming. I want it to be true. I think it'd be great. Because you know why I want it to be true? Because I know that if they do pull out of PC gaming, it's going to be about 3 to 5 years and they'll come back. They always come back. They tried desperately not to be part of PC gaming the first time. Then they joined, made some money, but apparently it might not have been enough. And now they want to go back to exclusivity? Nah, bro. I know it's going to happen. Can't wait for them to do that. Yeah, it's time to stop coping. Hypno, it's coming. No, it's not coming. Time-bound Howler, stop. Stop. It's not. Half-Life 3 is not coming out. So, listen, man. Here's the source. Look at the source. Look at this source, bro. Insider here. The MVM update has been delayed because Valve has made the decision to make it into a full-fledged major update where one of the primary goals is to overhaul the matchmaking system. The current release date is to coincide with the schedule of Half-Life 3 this year. Valve is very busy with Half-Life 3 in the Steam machine, which is internally viewed as their flagship product. Expect more news around 2 weeks from now. Boys, are we serious right now? That's not even Reddit. This is fucking 4chan. Isn't this 4chan's like thing? This looks like 4chan. It's not even Reddit, bro. You really made a story about what? About a 4chan post? About a 4chan post. Are you serious? Like, my favorite, Hope. I like this so much. I like this so. I like this so much. Yes. Hell yeah, dude. Oh man, don't give me hope. This is. Hey, where's Adair Soto? This is Adair Soto in the chat right now. This is it right here. This is him, right? Inject him with hope. The man needs hope. Maximum amounts of hope. Bro, that is so funny, man. That is so funny. What's this? Oh, shit. Here we go again. Listen, man. I don't think it's going to happen whatsoever. I will say this, though. You guys know. I've already said this, okay? If Half-Life 3 is real, and this is a big if, okay? This is a big if. If Half-Life 3 is real, you will probably see the biggest reaction that you're ever going to get out of me ever on the internet. Ever. Even though I know that the game is most likely, well, not most likely, even though I know for a fact the game is never going to live up to expectations, right? Like, it's too long. It's way too long. It's impossible for it to live up to expectations. I know that. But if it's real, that would probably be the biggest, like, I don't even know how to even say. Just the fact that I lived to see it would be actually pretty crazy. But I've already accepted it is never going to happen. You guys should accept it is never going to happen because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Gaming stuff over on Rumble says I would camp out for it, bro. Bro, I would literally lose my shit. I would lose my shit. I would collect everything about that game. I would go full consumer on that game. I'm not even gonna lie. But no, in all seriousness, it's not gonna happen. So let's stop coping. You need it. You don't need it. You don't need it. But I will say this though. That would be hilarious if Valve shadow dropped. And I've said this so many times. I'm gonna say it again. If Valve shadow dropped Half-Life 3 with the Steam machine, and they did it around the time that Grand Theft Auto released, that would be literally the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I think Half-Life 3 would become the #1 game on Steam, guaranteed, ever in history. I really do. I think it would surpass 2.5 million concurrent players. I think it would do the most ungodly numbers. I really do. I do. I think it would sell a lot of Steam machines. I think it would just do insane numbers if they shadow dropped it. Shadow dropping a sequel to a video game we haven't seen in decades would actually be the smartest thing. It would be, because word of mouth is going to spread about that so fucking fast. People are going to panic buy. They're going to panic buy. They're going to lose their mind, and they would go above and beyond to acquire Half-Life 3. Even if it's not good or bad, it doesn't matter. Like, just the fact that it's Half-Life 3, people would lose it. They would lose their shit. I genuinely believe that would happen, you know? So that would be pretty fucking epic. I feel like Valve is trolly enough to do that, but whether or not they actually do that is a whole nother story. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Apparently, they have the controller that's about to release soon. They have the trailer that's available on SteamDB or Steam in general, but you can't watch it yet. It's like private, or it's encrypted or whatever. You can't watch it yet, but apparently it is on the platform. So they're going to be launching the controller pretty soon. But thank you. Thank you for the hope. We got, what do we got? A kicking dad at 22. Hashtag Nico Robin furries so weird. Well, the furries are kicking ass right now, man. Sky with a 2. Sony never pulls out. They just rail their fanboys. Bro, you speak the truth. They don't want to hear it either. They don't want to hear it. It's like you guys are getting fucking wrecked by Sony. Another fast topic, boys. Toei. You guys know Toei, right? Please tell me you know Toei. Apparently, Toei, they made a new Twitter page. Toei is now getting into the gaming business. That's pretty huge. Starting today, Toei Games, the game business operated by Toei Company, will commence operations. On this official X account, we aim to deliver various information about Toei Games to you as quickly as possible, and sometimes in a relaxed manner. Please follow us and stay tuned for further updates. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Toei is officially joining the gaming division. Did they not make games already? No, they would license out. They would license out stuff, but they didn't actually make games. They focused more on animation, but now apparently they're making video games. Pretty insane. So I have some details about this particular announcement that it's not going to make some fanboys happy. According to Culture Crave, Toei announces that they're going to start developing video games. It will start with PC games and expand into consoles later on. What was that about PC not being relevant again? Well, what was that the fanboys said? Like, oh, you need to make games for consoles if you want the gaming industry to survive. Remember that? Remember when they said... Remember that? That's rough. That's got to be rough. Their initial lineup is focusing on an original IP, which should be interesting. First project will be announced on April 24th. So we're going to get an announcement in 2 days. That's how close we are. 2 days, we're going to be getting an announcement. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I'm curious to see how they're going to actually develop their games. If it's going to be like fucking corporate fucking bullshit, you know what I mean? Are they going to be utilizing AI in like a mass amount or a little amount? Like how are they going to, I'm curious. I'm curious how they're going to go about this. I like Toei Animation. I think, you know, I mean, they don't have like all bangers, but still like I like what they are capable of, and I'm curious to see how the gaming side of things will go. So I'm always down for competition. You guys know this. Anytime a new studio wants to come out and compete, I'm down. I'm down. So we're going to see the announcement in 2 days, and we're going to find out what it's going to be. And we'll definitely talk about it, man. Expected announcement around midnight tomorrow. That yeah, I know, like time zones and shit. Yeah, I know time zones and all that stuff. I can't stand this shit. They can't even comprehend the tweet. Toei finally stepping into games with originals instead of milking their anime stuff. Bold move. Wonder what they cook up for the 24th. Brother, do you guys know? Oh my god. Do you guys not know what Toei entering games with fresh IP? Smart diversification move. Can't wait for April 24th reveal. Guys, oh my god. Oh my god. Like original IP doesn't mean that my head, I'm sorry, my head hurts, bro. I can't. Play the fucking music, man. I hate these people so much. I really do. Sounds like bots? Yeah, it sounds like bots. Both have been blocked. Everyone's praying it's One Piece. That would be pretty sick if it's One Piece. But we'll see anyway. What is this? It's Toei Games. It's going to be great. I'm excited. 2 more days, guys, or maybe a day. I don't know. 2 more days, a day. I don't know. We'll find out. Once they announce it, I'll let you guys know, obviously. All right, boys. Let's catch up. Real GDR. Look at this. Oh, my God. Another one. Real GDR with a $20 banger for hashtag Monet because Hypno loads Freerin for shame. Let the heretics burn like the stream. Are you serious? Yo, the amount of fans that are coming out for Monet is crazy. I don't know if we have any big hitters for Nico Robin, but you guys need to summon a spirit bomb. I'm serious. You guys, Nico Robin fans, are you going to let her get Boa Hancocked again? Like, guys, you need to summon a fucking spirit bomb. You need a spirit bomb at this point. It's not looking good. T-Jab's got the updated numbers, boys. GDR, thank you for the 20, bro. Current standing right now is Nico Robin at $161.20 and Monet as $283. $283.97. Guys, what the fuck is going on? Diet Spam says no banner at the top with the names today. What are you talking about, brother? Brother, didn't I have the names? It's literally right there, bro. It's been there for every topic. Top left, bro. You made me think I was going crazy for a second, bro. It's like top left. Hashtag Monet. Hashtag Nico Robin. It's right up there. It's right there. You see? I thought I was going crazy, man. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you, T-Jab, for the update. I appreciate that, man. They like mids? Wow. Well, you better figure it out, bro, because again, it's not there when you full screen. Yeah, I know it's not there when I full screen, but when I cover topics, it's there. That screen is only for when I cover topics. That's it. So that just reminds people to use hashtags. All right, let's get into. Okay, we got 2 stories left, 2 major stories left. We got the marathon story and then the Steam story. Let's talk about the Steam story. So there is a post from Thomas Mahler that I want to go over regarding Steam and their OS, because I think what Steam is doing is they are genuinely like what they are providing people in terms of value, right? Not necessarily having to buy their products in order to enter their ecosystem, which Steam is so smart with this. And I've said this many times, where you have consoles that focused on making you buy their product in order to enter their ecosystem. Whereas Steam is like, you know what? We're going to make it so that you don't necessarily have to buy our Steam Deck. You don't have to buy our Steam machine, or you don't have to, you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to buy the headset. if you want to enter the ecosystem, you could just buy another system that is able to utilize Steam OS, and you can just download. You can have Steam on there automatically, and you're fine, right? I think that it is a such an ingenious thing, because what they're doing is, everybody knows like Steam is basically the number one platform, number one store out there, and they are now spreading out like a fucking STD, boys. It says so from Thomas Waller. He says, not sure if everyone is following what Valve's been up to recently, but Steam on ARM just released, which is quite a massive deal. This now basically means that every future handheld gaming PC can now target ARM and have Steam OS run on it. And Valve doesn't even need to even produce the hardware themselves. There'll be plenty of companies out there that'll happily produce these handheld machines in all kinds of forms, factors, sizes, prices, etc. That's quite the massive win for Valve. That could be a seismic shift against consoles as well, since Sony and Microsoft are currently still stuck on just being able to offer that box in your living room that plays games, whereas Steam and your entire library will soon be available in pretty much any form factor that you could possibly want. That's huge, boys. That is massive. I think people don't quite understand just how massive that actually fucking is, boys. Because if Steam is able to be on pretty much damn near anything, because keep in mind, guys, Steam doesn't give a fuck about the hardware. I've been trying to explain this to people who swear up and down that Steam has to like sell, I don't know, 40 million Steam machines in order for it to be considered successful. No, the fuck they don't. No, they don't. It's not even close. Steam does not care about the hardware. Steam only views the hardware as an avenue to get you where you really want them, where they really want you to be, which is their software. They want you to be able to access Steam as easily as possible so that you become a customer in their store where they're going to take 30% from everything. That's what they care about. They don't give a fuck about their hardware. Their hardware is only a means to an end to try to offer more options for people to get access to their store. That's it. That's all they care about. So this whole thing about, oh, are they going to compete with PlayStation? Are they going to compete with Xbox? Brother, they're only competing with themselves. That's really it. Valve's approach here is quite sneaky and quite clever. They'll keep iterating on this over time, and at some point, the consumer might just find that out. Instead of buying a regular old console, they ought to just buy a Steam device instead. The only big argument to buy a console that's left is, of course, still exclusives. But given that Sony and Microsoft have struggled in recent years to deliver on that front, this is really the first time in a long time that someone comes into the console space and could take over massively. I mean, listen, I don't think that's their goal. I don't think that's their goal. And if it is, they're doing it in such an interesting way because they're essentially trying to do this. If you want to argue they're competing, they're trying to compete in a way that has nothing to do with actually competing in terms of like direct competition, right? Like they're not trying to make a system that is better than PlayStation or graphically better than Microsoft's Xbox or whatever. They're not trying to do any of that. They're just trying to make a literal means to an end so that people can access Steam. That's all they're trying to do. And unironically, that actually results in competition. Because then what ends up happening is people start to become educated. Like Steam is growing at such a massive rate, faster than I've ever seen. In the 22 years that I've been with Steam, I've never seen Steam grow this fast as much as it did since 2020. It's crazy how much Steam has grown. Steam grows like 15 to 20 million users a year. That's fucking wild. And that's because people are discovering PC gaming and Steam every year at a mass scale more than they ever did before. So you could still do all this console fanboy warring shit. You want to do the console wars by all means. But I think most people have checked out of that. Even most console players, I think, have checked out of that. But there are some that are really holding on to it for whatever reason. I really don't know what the reason is. Now, again, I think this is very smart. I think that allowing other manufacturers to make handhelds or mini consoles. You know how many manufacturers, guys? You know how many manufacturers are going to start making Steam machine-like machines? You know how many of them are going to do it? There's already mini PCs, right? Mini PCs exist. I have one. Ironically, I have a Cube mini PC that I use for travel. But mini PCs already exist, and they're already as powerful or more powerful than some consoles, depending on how crazy you go with it. I have a mini PC that has 64 gigs of RAM, brother. Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? I have a pretty decent mini PC, okay, with 12 gigs of VRAM or whatever it is, something like that. So this kind of situation, you're going to see a bunch of Steam machine like computers that are basically all going to be running Steam OS, right? They're all going to be running Steam OS, and once that happens, once you start having all of these systems running Steam OS and creating a whole different kind of market for console like consoles, bro, they're going to essentially compete by drowning out the noise around Xbox and PlayStation. Xbox and PlayStation is already going to have that level of nostalgia attached to them, and just like Nintendo's going to have the level of nostalgia. But if Steam managed to allow their OS to be utilized by all these companies are then going to jump into the rat race, and they're going to make all these systems, and before you know it, it's going to drown out the noise regarding consoles. What used to be exclusive to just PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox is now going to be everywhere in all different manners. All it has to say is that runs on Steam OS. That's all it has to say. If it says it runs on Steam OS, that's it. You're fine. Like, that's it. It's crazy, man. It's actually, I don't know if this is their plan or if this is just something that kind of happened, but whatever it is, pretty fucking insane. So I think it's going to be a cool thing. With this release, it's now official that Steam is not just a PC storefront. No, I think guys, I think Steam has evolved well past a PC storefront a long time ago. All right. Steam has evolved to the point where, and it's been like this for the longest time, ever since Steam became a community, ever since Steam became a platform. When I first used Steam, it wasn't even a PC storefront. It was just a fucking, it was a system that allowed us to update our Valve video games better and faster, right? That's what Steam was before it became an actual storefront. And then I saw over time, Steam start allowing sales for other video games, and it went from there. I've seen Steam evolve throughout the years from that terrible military green launcher, if you remember that, if people remember that, to what it is today. Once Steam became a platform where you could share screenshots, write reviews, join communities, make group chats, have a friends list, gift video games. You can actually write guides. You know what I mean? Have forum posts for every single video game. Every fucking game gets forums. Like, once you have that, it's well past just a PC storefront. It's not a storefront. And that's the reason why it's as successful as it is, because people don't utilize Steam as just a storefront. Some people do. Most people don't. A lot of people utilize other features outside of just a store when they're utilizing Steam, whether it's achievement guides, which I do a lot. I use achievement guides a lot. Whether it's forum posts, review systems, whatever. That's what changed Steam ages ago. So they haven't been just a PC storefront for a long time. Now, by allowing their Steam OS to be on basically any system, bro, we are well past, like, when they make the joke about how they always say, like, oh, it's outside of containment now. That's what Steam is. Steam, like, they tried to contain Steam, especially since it's a private company. They can't control Steam. That's why they hate them. It's a private company. They want Steam to be public so bad so they could just fuck it. But it's past containment now. There is no containing it anymore. It's over. Like, Steam, once, bro, it's over. That's all I got to say. It's fucking over for them. So this is pretty cool. And what this is going to do is this is going to breed that beautiful word that is known as competition. It's going to breed competition. It's going to allow these manufacturers to utilize an OS that will benefit their consumers, but also utilize their own manufacturing capabilities to breed competition and see what systems that they can come out with and compete on pricing and all this great stuff. I think this is going to be good. I really do. I find this to be extremely interesting, and I can't wait to see what gets made from this. What gets made from the ability to have Steam OS on pretty much everything. So we'll see how this goes, but I'm excited for this, and who knows? Maybe I'll get another cube in the future. Although I barely use the one I have now. We got Speedy Cake with a 10 for hashtag Nico Robin. Speaking of Half-Life, the guy hired by Valve for his work on Black Mesa is supporting modders trying to make a blue chip total conversion mod for Black Mesa, and it's pretty far along, it seems. I heard about that. And the fact that Steam actually hired this man instead of like suing him is amazing. Because look at what Blizzard's doing with Turtle WoW, right? Was Blizzard in the right for protecting their IP and suing Turtle WoW? Yes, of course. Of course. Like only emotional people are not going to admit that. However, you cannot sit there and tell me that you couldn't like maybe try to offer some sort of beneficial agreement between both parties. Did you really have to sue them and run them into the fucking ground? Like, did you really have to fuck them like that? Like, obviously not. You didn't have to do that. You could have did something that was mutually beneficial, so both sides are, fairly happy, or at least you're, majority happy, whatever it may be. But you could have did something like that. But not every company's the same, right? Sky with a 5. Hashtag Nico Robin. Everyone tried to control Steam so much. Gabe went from base straight to Super Saiyan God. Sure did. I think he's past Super Saiyan God at this point. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think he's at like Super Saiyan Blue, perhaps. I don't think he's quite at Ultra Instinct, bro. When Steam is everywhere, that's when it's gonna be Ultra Instinct. That's when like you're fucked. You're fucked. But anyway, we'll see. Hey, Will the Fans, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? I just saw you in the chat. Shout out to Will the Fans. How you doing? Let's see. Let me see. Man, sometimes Hypno's English rots my brain. Yeah, I do fight my spickness a lot. I try my best, but I do fight it. I mean, I could always be like the quartering. So, the Steam machine, it apparently is going to be at like other like consoles. I could do that if you want. I do try though. Buy my coffee. Buy my coffee. Oh man, it's crazy. You forgot the ticks? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I can't do ticks. I'm a avatar. Hold on. Give me a second. How can I do this? Oh, there we go. Tick tick. Tick 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 tick. Tick 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 tick. Tick 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 tick. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I got. I'm sorry. Let me check on Rumble really quick. We got Torinol with a 5, says hashtag Nico. Steam is doing what other platforms aren't working to maximize sales, build a gamer-friendly space, forums, downloads, diverse game offerings, diverse platforms, etc. All feed that goal. Yeah, I agree. 100% I agree. It's one of those situations where you have just the competition alone is like they're going to be competing against themselves, and ironically, they're not going to be competing against Steam themselves, right? So Steam created a situation where they made themselves so readily available to anybody that wants to use their platform that it inherently takes away competition against them and makes everybody else compete to be the best person to offer Steam outside of Steam. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like that makes sense. It's actually kind of fucking ingenious when you think about it. Too bad Epic Games can't do something like that because they're retarded, By the way, Vampire Crawler's game just released is exploding. It's kind of like Slay the Spire. No. So, actually, oh my God. I had a fast topic about that. Hold on. Yeah, I had a fast topic about that, but fuck it. I might as well see what is it doing? Is it doing decent numbers? Let's see. Oh, it's definitely going up. This might go crazy over the weekend. Hold on. It's definitely going up. It's not anything crazy right now. I mean, for an indie game, it's pretty crazy, but 29,550, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. Holy shit. Not bad. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it's shooting up pretty big. So, what game is this? Oh, this is Vampire Crawlers. So, it's like a card style, Slay the Spire style video game that was made for the people who made Vampire Survivors. So, I think this game will absolutely do pretty big over the weekend. I don't know if it's going to hit like 100K. It might. If word of mouth is good. I mean, word of mouth is good. 94% positive. Yes, there's cards. 94% positive. So, word of mouth's pretty good. See, that's the thing, man. People don't realize word of mouth is absolutely 100% the way that you market your game these days. Like, if you want organic marketing, that is what it is. 94%. Yeah, I think it will definitely do better numbers. It's only a matter of time. So we'll see. But all right, guys, listen. We're caught up on all supers. Let me make sure I didn't skip anything before Denerier. And then we're gonna get into the final topic, boys. We're gonna get to the final topic. Where is it at? All right, we're good. Boys, you guys ready to talk about Marathon? How much does it cost? Vampire. Guess how much this game, bro? This game costs $9.99. $9.99. $9.99. Crazy. Cheap. Guys, it's time to talk about Marathon. Let's talk about Marathon and let's discuss the nonsense going on with Marathon. Where do we even begin? Where do we even begin? Let's just start here. This is going to be a little bit of a long topic, so forgive me, okay? If I don't speak perfect English, forgive me. Guys, Marathon is pulling in Assassin's Creed Shadows. All right. What do I mean by that? Well, there are people that are talking about Marathon over on social media, and they're talking about Marathon in the same exact way that they did about Assassin's Creed Shadows, where they're trying to utilize Circana numbers in order to make it seem as if Marathon is such a massive success. It's doing so good. Oh my God, it's number 4, guys. It's number 4. It made number 4 in the top 20 best-selling games, both physical and full game digital, for Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Number 4. It beat out all the popular games that everybody else was actually buying somehow, some way. Well, except for Resident Evil Requiem. But yes, it is the number 4. We've been felted, guys. Yes, we have lost. The Chuds have lost. All the people that are online right now tracking Marathon numbers every day, 5 times a day, you guys lost. All of you lost. But see, here's the problem. And I've said this many times, right? Circana numbers are not fake. They're not fake. What it is that they're heavily misrepresented. Heavily misrepresented. And for some reason, nobody really wants to have that conversation. Everybody wants to treat Circana as the gold standard that, because they're going to be like, well, what are you trying to say? Circana's lying? No, not at all. I'm not trying to say Circana's lying at all. What I'm trying to say is they are misrepresenting the numbers, whether willingly or unwillingly. That's up to you to decide. But what I'm going to say is that there is some high levels of suspicion here, which I'm going to go through in this entire segment. So let's see who's actually in the top 10. Okay, top 10 for the month of March. So that means 3/1/26 to 4/4/26. You got MLB The Show, number 1. You got Resident Evil Requiem, number 2. You got WWE 2K26 as number 3. You got Marathon as number 4. You got Pokemon Pokopia. Yes, Marathon beat Pokemon Pokopia, according to this list. Number 5, you got Call of Duty Black Ops 7. Remember this number. Please, for the love of God, remember this number, because this is where it's going to count. Call of Duty Black Ops is number 6. We got Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection, number 7. NBA 2K26, number 8. Minecraft, for some ungodly reason, number 9. And EA Sports FC 26, number 10. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, they want you to believe that Crimson Desert, in its opening launch, is number 15 on the top 20 top sellers list for the month of March. That's what they want you to believe. Okay. So then what's happening with this? Well, the same thing that always happens with this. You get people that do this. Okay? No shade to this person. Don't care. I just want to call out the things that people are doing, because what he's doing is what everybody else who's either a Marathon fanboy who can't read past the fucking headline because they're retarded, or better yet, they just don't want to know the truth. They don't want to know the truth, okay? Because they don't care about the truth. They only care about what the headline can do for them. Marathon was number 4 best-selling game in the U.S. for March. That sounds pretty strong, right? That sounds pretty strong, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Marathon, number 4 best-selling game in the United States for March. That's strong. Damn, you mean to tell me Marathon felted Crimson Desert? Destroyed, what was it? What else? Pretty much everything else. Pokemon Pokopia? That's crazy, bro. Number 6 best-selling game of the year. Of the year. Number 6 best-selling game on PlayStation platforms in the U.S. via Matt Piscatella of Circana. Wow, that's fucking strong, boys. Now, keep in mind, guys, this game is doing so good. Again, people are just loving it. They're loving it. But see, here's the problem. And this is a really big problem. Let me hit you guys with a little bit of information. You know what? I think the only way that I could do this, properly, hold on. I got you guys right now. The only way that I could do this properly is by bringing like maybe I could communicate like the cavemen used to. Hold on. Maybe this will help. Let's see. Okay, so let's look at this. All right. Let's just go with this. Okay, so Marathon beat out. Let's go with Marathon. Marathon. Don't mind my writing, okay? I'm using a mouse. Marathon number 4, right? Number 4. Can you guys read that? If you can't read, oh, let me make it bigger. Hold on. Let me make it bigger. How do I make this bigger? I never used this before. I don't know how to use paint. I don't know how to use paint. Hold on. Okay, that's fine. Marathon. Oh, damn. I got some nice writing. Number 4. Okay. Marathon's number 4, right? See, the problem with this is that, well, according to, let's see, Crimson Desert. This is from 3/1/26 to 4/4/26, right? But Crimson Desert released, okay, on, let's see, when did Crimson Desert release? March 19th. So 4/19/26, right? I'm sorry, 3, my bad. Not fucking 4 is April. I'm retarded. 3/19. So it had a couple of weeks. It had like a week and a half, give or take, maybe a little bit more. A week and a half to be able to do something. Okay? So Marathon is apparently doing better than Crimson Desert, according to the numbers, right? But see, the problem with this is that, in case you guys didn't see, let me take this down really quick before I do my math here. In case you guys didn't see the little asterisk, and here's the problem, right? The Sony fanboys will never let you, like, they'll never mention the asterisk, and then they'll gaslight you when you question them, and they'll be like, how come you didn't mention the lack of digital sales? They'll be like, well, it's there, you could see it, duh. Guys, you see this little asterisk? That's the Pokemon Pokopia. And you see the little asterisk? That's the Crimson Desert. Ladies and gentlemen, that little asterisk, what that means is that it does not include the digital sales for both video games. You see that? No digital sales for both video games. What was the number 1 platform for Crimson Desert? The number 1 platform for Crimson Desert by a long shot was Steam. That was the number 1 platform for Crimson Desert by a large margin. Now let's do some math, okay? Let's do some math. Hold on. So 3/19, March 19th on a Thursday, they would have had to the 31st. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days. Almost 2 weeks. Almost 2 weeks. Okay? They would have had almost 2 weeks to make sales and do their best to get on this ranking. According to this ranking, they're number 15. They got felted by Marathon. But did they really? Did they really? Hold on. This is where it gets interesting. Guys, so according to easily found public information, easily found information, by the way, according to that, Crimson Desert, okay, you guys ready for this? Sold over 3 million copies in 7 days, less than 7 days. What's that? What's that? So in less than 7 days, 3 million copies for Crimson Desert. 3 million copies. What do you think? They're all physical? You think they're all physical, boys? 3 million copies? You think they're all physical? No. The majority of them are digital. The majority of them are on Steam. Okay? 3 million copies in less than 7 days. You know what it sold in 2 weeks? You know what it sold in 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen? It sold 5 billion copies in 2 weeks. 5 million copies in 2 weeks. Okay? So where does that leave us, right? That means that if the majority of sales were on Steam, okay, which they were, the majority of the sales were on Steam, then there's millions of copies missing from this number, right? Which means that this would then overtake this pretty easily. How do we know that? Because Marathon, last we heard, the estimated sales of Marathon in totality, including console and PC, was a little over 1 million. That's the last we heard. That's the last we heard. It was like 1.3 million or something like that. 1.3 million, and that was digital and physical. Now, keep in mind, for Marathon, the reason why this matters is because I want you to keep in mind, again, fuck, wrong page. Sorry. Doing all these goddamn, I told you I had so many tabs open for this shit. Doing some simple fucking math, guys. Marathon's numbers include physical and digital. What was the main platform for Marathon? Steam. It's been rumored that Marathon makes up 80% of its player base on Steam. It was like 70 to 80% of its player base. So they counted the digital sales for Marathon. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Gee, I wonder why. Because without the digital sales, what's going to happen? Marathon is going to go right about nowhere. Nowhere. Right? So then you start asking, okay, well, why are they cherry picking? I find it kind of odd. They're going to say, well, Pearl Abyss is not sharing digital sales with us. You sure about that? I can believe Nintendo not sharing digital sales with you because they never share digital sales. But Pearl Abyss? Pearl Abyss is not sharing digital sales with you? Or did you just magically not be able to get them fast enough? You couldn't get your digital sales for Crimson Desert fast enough. You couldn't get the access to the numbers fast enough. So, guys, what happens? What happens when you add digital sales for Crimson Desert and you add digital sales for Pokemon Legends ZA, Mario Kart World, and especially Pokemon Pokopia? Pokemon Pokopia. You mean to tell me Marathon did better than Pokemon Pokopia? Brother, you gotta be fucking full of shit. You gotta be full of shit, right? Let's see. How many copies? I didn't look this up. How many copies of Pokemon Pokopia sold? Pokemon Pokopia. Let's see. Does it say? Does it say? I can't see. I can't see the number. Oh, Pokemon Pokopia has sold more than 2.2 million copies worldwide. And this was written on, let's see. This was written on, when the fuck was this? Oh, March 12th. March 12th. 2.2 million copies, March 12th. And we all know with Pokemon Pokopia how much it blew up after women got their hands on it. They're like, oh my God, it's so amazing. You know? So here's what I'm saying. What I'm trying to help you understand, and that people don't want to have a conversation about, is because they're trying to tell you that Marathon is the number 4 best-selling game in the United States of America, but they don't give you the asterisk. Everybody that's reporting on this, everybody that's talking about this on social media, they don't give you the asterisk. It's because the asterisk makes it look really ugly. I'll go one step further. You guys ready for this? I'll go one step further. You mean to tell me that Call of Duty Black Ops 7 sold better than Crimson Desert? You really want to go here? Do you really want to... Do you really want to go here? Okay, so Call of Duty Black Ops 7 sold better than Crimson Desert that sold 5 million copies in 2 weeks. Bro, you really want to go? Oh my God, man. So, okay. Just so you guys are aware, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 is the worst selling Call of Duty in the longest time. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, I'll give you guys some numbers, all right? Call of Duty Black Ops 7, in its first 26 days at launch, which was November 14, 2025. Guys, this game is launched in November 14, 2025, okay? Do you know how much Call of Duty Black Ops sold in the first 26 days on Steam? Estimated? I'll tell you right now. Okay? Black Ops. I'm going to just type it as B-Ops. Bops. Right? Bops sold, ready? An estimated 401,000 copies on PC. Right? On PC. That was in 26 days. 26 days. Now, keep in mind, guys, you know what Black Ops 6 sold? Do you know what Black Ops 6 sold in the same amount of time? On PC? You know how much it sold? You know how much it sold? You ready? 2.3 million on PC, estimated in the same time. 2.3 million. Okay? 2.3 million in the same time. Compared to Black Ops 7 that sold 401,000 on the same platform in the same time. So Black Ops 7 sold much, much less. Much, much less. Like, way less. What else do we know? We also know that Black Ops 6 lost an estimated $300 million going on Game Pass, right? And that game sold millions of copies more than Black Ops 7. Black Ops 7 is also on Game Pass and sold so much less that I gotta imagine they probably lost more than $300 million. How do I know this? It's because now Call of Duty is no longer going to be on Game Pass moving forward, which we all predicted anyway, right? So that leads us to a big old frowny face. Okay, so now that we know all this, let's go back to the actual list. So again, they're trying to convince you. They're trying to convince you that Black Ops 7, one of the worst selling Call of Duties in recent history, or maybe even in history, I don't even know at this point. They're trying to convince you that Black Ops 7, 4 to 5 months after its launch, which, by the way, most Call of Duty sales happen within the first 30 days. So not that there's no sales afterwards, but what I'm telling you is that they're purposely leaving out the literal most sales for Crimson Desert, which is digital, on the PC platform. They're leaving it out for whatever reason that is. And by doing so, it drops Crimson Desert and artificially inflates Marathon to number 4. That's what they're doing. This is why I say, is Circana wrong? No. But are they misrepresenting the numbers? Absolutely. Whether they're doing it purposely or not, who knows? I don't know. Matt Piscatella will tell you he's the golden standard, I'm sure. And the people around him will tell you that he's also the golden standard. We got to look at these numbers and just eat it. Eat it, you fucking chud. There's no way that this cannot be true, right? Guys, I'm gonna tell you exactly like this, okay? I don't give a fuck about Marathon. I haven't followed Marathon in the same way that the internet has followed Marathon. I don't care about the game like that. The game is ugly as fuck to me. It's very uninteresting to me. I don't care. I really don't care. But what I don't like is when numbers like this get misrepresented by people. I see it all the time on a lot of sides, by the way. But it seems like when it comes to PlayStation video games, it's especially egregious. I don't know why that is. It seems like the only time we see misrepresentation numbers, it almost always comes from the PlayStation camp, and I don't know why. Ubisoft was the last one to do this with Assassin's Creed Shadows. They tried to convince you that was the #1 best-selling game in the world. in the world. I'm not even lying. I'm not even being like egregious. They literally try to convince you that it was the number one selling game on the planet for months, almost beating out Monster Hunter Wilds. And at the time, Monster Hunter Wilds had 1.4 million concurrent players on Steam. It wasn't even close. And they're like, yeah, Assassin's Creed is up there, bro. Don't ask me how, though. It's just up there. It's because, again, you pick and choose the numbers, right? You pick and choose the numbers to try to make a game look better than what it actually is. I don't know if they're doing it purposely. I don't care. I'm only telling you what the facts are. And the facts is that Marathon is nowhere near the number 4th best-selling video game, even in its launch month. Keep in mind, this is their launch month. And they're not number 4. They're probably not even number 6. If Crimson Desert were to go up there above Pocopia, which I think it is, because Crimson Desert, like I said, did over 5 million within 2 weeks, which means that it might have made the cutoff point for the 4th. Let's say it did 4 million by the time the 4th came around. Although I think it's higher than that. That would absolutely put it above Marathon, because Marathon, there's no fucking way it did 4 million sales. There's no way. There's no way. You could be a Sony fanboy. You could be out here and be like, oh, well, how do you know that? Well, how do you know that? I know that because the numbers don't show that. If Steam is their main platform by a large margin, and they did 88,000 concurrent players, I can estimate pretty reasonably that they sold at least probably like 400 to 500,000 copies on Steam. That's what I could estimate. Maybe even a little bit more than that. Maybe. If you want to give them 6 to 7, fine. And then they sold another couple of 100,000 on PlayStation and wherever else. Maybe. Right? But again, they're trying to convince you that it's the number 4th best-selling game in the country, and it's not. Marathon is not the number 4th best-selling game in the country. This is a complete fabrication that is being spread around by people all over social media that for some reason just want to take this particular line and spread it around as if it's fact when it's not. It's not. So if I had to guess, Pokemon Pocopia definitely goes above that. Crimson Desert goes above Pocopia. So Crimson Desert before, Pocopia 5. I would imagine Marathon definitely did better than Black Ops 7. Let me see what else. Bro, they're trying to tell you that Ghost of Yotei, many months after release, did better than Crimson Desert. Brother, how you gonna look at this and tell me this shit is real? How you gonna look at me and tell me that this shit is absolutely factual? How you gonna tell me that? You're right, but wrong at the same time. It's wonderful. How am I wrong? They're trying to claim it's the number 4 in the United States. How am I wrong? With Assassin's Creed Shadow, they try to claim it was like number 2 in the world or something like that. What did I say so far that I'm wrong on? I don't get it. Or did I misspeak on something? Like I don't get it. I feel like I'm pretty straightforward with this. Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't know why this fucking game is still up here. It's insane, bro. This is the reason why Rockstar won't come up with Grand Theft Auto 6. But they're trying to say Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei is doing better than Crimson Desert, bro. Really? This should be the red flag. This should be the red flag that is so blatantly obvious. But, it is. You're right that it did do better numbers than Crimson Desert, but Crimson Desert did sell 4 million in the US alone. Okay, that's fair. So Crimson Desert sold 4 million worldwide. That's fair. Okay. That's okay. But even so, I still don't believe that they would do worse than Marathon. I don't believe that at all. Because the digital sales, I would guarantee the digital sales for the US are so high, it's not even funny. It's not even funny. I would guarantee. Crimson Desert probably sold more in the US than Marathon, 99% certain, but the numbers you're using aren't even the right ones. Okay, so what numbers do you want me to use? What numbers do you want me to use? I'll use your numbers. What numbers do you want me to use is not going to place Crimson Desert in the 4th slot? And then Pokemon Pocopia, which is massive in the States, by the way. Not including digital sales. And digital is bigger here than it is in Japan. Can we agree on that? Can we agree that in Japan, and strictly in Japan, because their culture is surrounding physical media, in Japan, their culture is all about physical media. 80%, what was it? Like for Nintendo products, I think it's like 75, 80% physical media, and the rest is digital. In the United States, it's the complete opposite. In the United States, it is completely opposite. Digital is dominant. So the fact that they're leaving out Pokemon Pokopia Digital, I think is pretty egregious. But again, they always do it with Nintendo, so I'm not going to pretend like they don't always do it with Nintendo. You know what I'm saying? Oh, good night, Archangelus. So I feel like this is even more egregious since we're basing it off the United States. And funny how they didn't put the world. It's so funny now that we're talking about the worldwide numbers. It's funny how they didn't post the worldwide numbers because they did that with Assassin's Creed Shadows at the time. But also keep in mind, guys, they did that with Assassin's Creed Shadows. And the reason why they did that is because back then there really wasn't any competition. There was literally like almost no video games at the time. You know? Marathon has 17,648 players right now. True. Let me see. 30,000 more players on Crimson Desert right now than Marathon. Still? Even till now? That's crazy. Fuck Nintendo for betraying us to the wokes. You doubt Marathon sells more than Crimson Desert? I doubt it too. I'm going to tell you like this, man. Regardless, whether it's US, worldwide, whatever, however they want to frame it, anytime you see these lists, it's always to frame it in the best light possible for whoever's on this list that means something to this company for whatever reason. I really do believe that for some odd reason, Matt Piscatella has a hard-on, especially for Sony, because I only ever see this go down, usually with Sony. I only ever see it go down with their games. Why that is, I have no idea. Anytime back in the day, Sony would have a banger game, they would release numbers. Now, they don't release numbers. I don't know why. Why is that? I think that, honestly, it's because their sequels have not been doing as well as their prequels. Right? Their sequels have been completely falling off pretty bad, actually, to the point where they stopped releasing their numbers. Now, with Helldivers, they didn't release numbers, but the studio head behind Helldivers released numbers. And I would have to think that he would need permission from Sony to release the numbers before he could release it. So even if Sony didn't release it themselves, I got to imagine that the CEO behind Arrowhead had to have their permission to release those numbers. Like the two months later, whenever it was, when they announced that they had XYZ amount of sales, I would imagine they had to have Sony's permission before they could do that. But I can't prove that, personally. I can't prove that. So, in any case, this is an interesting situation overall. And keep in mind, guys, the whole Call of Duty thing, the Ghost of Yotei thing, I feel like are the two biggest red flags, especially if we're talking about US numbers. I think it's the biggest red flag by far. There's no fucking way that Call of Duty Black Ops did better than Crimson Desert, even in the US only. And Ghost of Yotei definitely didn't do better than Crimson Desert in the US only. The only reason why that's happening is because, again, the asterisk is here. They removed the digital sales. And with those digital sales, the game's going to shoot all the way up. Pokopia and Crimson Desert would take over this spot, and maybe Marathon would fall into 6. Maybe. So we shall see how this goes. We'll see how this goes, but I think it's pretty damn interesting. All right, let's check this out. Let me catch up on supers. We got, hold on, wait, where do we end? Oh, okay, this one. We ended on this one. Speedy Cake with a 10. Hashtag Nico Robin. PSN needs to stop blatant copy slop games being on their store. Human research using a similar image to roadside research, with aliens having a paper bag for a face and a similar story arc. Well, Speedy Cake, to be fair, Speedy Cake, it's happening on a lot of platforms. Nintendo is known for doing that as well. Didn't we just talk about it the other day? Yeah, it was on Nintendo that there was a Hytale ripoff, and the developers behind Hytale are suing those developers that ripped off Hytale that are selling a game on the Nintendo eShop that is basically a ripoff of Hytale. So it happens on all the platforms. You know, it happens on all of them. I wouldn't just blame PlayStation for that. But where PlayStation is egregious, and this is the problem, is that PlayStation's refund policy, okay? PlayStation's refund policy is egregious. It's terrible. It's the worst in the business by far. So a lot of sneaky developers utilize PlayStation in order to try to make a situation where you bait and switch, right? You essentially, well, not even bait and switch, you just bait them. You cannot refund the game because their refund policy is so bad. The moment you download the game, the moment you play the game, you can't do it. Right? So that's realistically, that's why a lot of developers, like, you know, who came out with What was the dinosaur game? The fucking fake Dino Crisis game? The fake Dino Crisis game? The fuck was it? Oh my god, I forgot the name already. Jesus Christ. What was the name of the game? It was from Team Kill Media, right? What was the name of the game? Violet. Code Violet. Yeah, Code Violet. There's a reason why they started going, Team Kill Media. Yeah, the reason why they started going to PlayStation only, and they try to pretend like they were PlayStation exclusive. They weren't exclusive. It's not like they had to deal with PlayStation or anything like that. It's because they did it because they know that people that buy the game on that platform, and by the time they find out what the game's really about, it's too late. And that's exactly what happened. They started getting terrible reviews, but it didn't matter. They wanted to sell the game to a certain amount of people, get away with it, and that's it. That's it. All right. Let's see. Where are we at? Let's see. What's going on Rumble? I kind of started tuning him out. It started reminding me of my kids whining a lot. Who's whining? Me? Am I whining? Am I whining? Let me check Rumble for supers really quick. And then we're going to see who's going to win this battle because people are going crazy. Let me see. Let me scroll up. No, the last one was Tornall with the 5. Yes, Tornall with the 5. All right, we're caught up. All right, guys. I was going to do a gaming stream tonight, but unfortunately, I cannot. Because I haven't filmed my video for tomorrow. Sadly, and I also have to catch up on the last like 2 or 3 streams and clipping out videos for the gaming channel. So I'm gonna have to take the night, unfortunately. But we're gonna figure this out right now, boys, because this has been a pretty hot battle all stream. This has been pretty crazy. If you guys are not gonna stick around for this battle, shame on you. No, I'm just kidding. If you're not gonna stick around for the battle, guys, go watch my video if you haven't watched it today. Go watch my video if you have not watched it today. It was about Pragmata. I did an entire video on Pragmata. Naturally, it did terrible because I got the video out late, sadly, but I don't care. I got it out. It was done. YouTube is just now figuring out Crimson Desert has an update. It does. It's like a 30-something gig update. It's a 30-something. What was it, like 32, 37 gigs, something like that? I have to update the game. This is the one that they said they have. Don't they have like keyboard mapping or controller mapping or something like that? It's like a bunch of shit in that. We'll probably go over it tomorrow. I'll go over the patch notes tomorrow. I'm almost positive that's how it is. I'm pretty sure that's the one. All right, boys, listen, we got to decide the winner. T-Jab, do you have an update on this before we continue? Because I'm sure this is going to get interesting. Why is Robin wearing clothes? Because it's the waifu battle. It's not the fuck battle. It's the waifu battle, boys. All right, man. Listen, T-Jab's going to give us an update if he can. I'm just going to start the music, man, because we need to decide who the winner is. This is your last chance. Vote for Nico Robin. Vote for Monette. Use hashtag on either or. Put the name first. Figure this out. Who's going to win? Oh, here's the current standing, boys. 185. With Nico versus 283 with Monette. Look at this, boys. Holy shit. I did not see this coming. But here we are. D Draconic with a 5 on Rumble. Hashtag Nico Robin. Let's fucking go, he says. Shout out to D Draconic. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're going to need a miracle, Mr. Melancholy. I don't know what you're going to need, but you're going to need something. Mr. Rouge says you got a Steam notification. Oh, shit. I'm going to check it right after, Mr. Rouge. I'm sorry. It's been a crazy stream, bro. I'm sorry. I will check it out. I will check it out. I will check it out. Damn those troll super chats. I think Nico Robin players are going to give up. I think they're going to give up, man. We need Nico Robin to win. Let's fucking go. We're going to figure it out, Reaper Knight. But I think they probably gave up. Genetic Spore says the bird fucker's got a goon on the bird. Sick. I'm telling you, man, the choices that people have been making have been pretty interesting, to say the least. It's not exactly where I thought a lot of this was going to go, but it ends up going that way, and I think it's pretty funny. So we'll see. Another cartoon babe down. It looks like it might be Weedy for Sweetie. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Let's go. Hashtag Robin. How is there so many people cheering on Nico Robin, but then she's getting destroyed? Come on, boys. Come on, boys. I mean, listen, it probably will end in a troll. We'll see. I don't know. I just realized Monette's shirt says happy. The Cloaca crowd came out swinging. They sure did. Yo, Rumble be having the most random conversations. Look at this. The Germans have repented so badly, they think wanting to get illegals out is racism and are happy to be conquered now. Bro, Rumble was on a whole nother wavelength. They're on a whole nother wave. What the fuck? Oh my god. See, they admit it. We are. Yeah, that makes sense. So is it Happy Tits Monette? Yes, it is right now. It is right now. Apparently it's working. Apparently it's working. We have deep conversations over here. Yeah. Yeah, it seems like that. All right, boys. Pretty much no votes. Just one vote from D Draconic holding it down for Nico Robin, trying his best. Let's see how this goes. I think people gave up. The troll super chats made them give up. That's crazy. Damn. I didn't think people were going to give up that easily, but I guess that's how it's going to go. All right, guys. Final countdown. Stop lagging. Let's see if anybody's going to come out and try to save Nico Robin. If not, Monette moves on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting for lag, waiting, and that is it.
Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
Holy shit.
We had a surprise donation at the last second. Fighter 4 with a $150 Red Boy Hyper Banger. Hashtag Nico Robin. And then he demands Asians. I'm sure Old Man Cad's going to be happy about that. I'm sure. Fighter 4. It counts. God damn. $150. And then on top of that, Deadeye's Lock over on Rumble for a 2 for hashtag Nico Robin. It's amazing Monette lovers flock to bird flu, but can't even support Harpy Lady. That's funny. Bro said Nico Robin Asians. Hey, man, I'm just reading the super chat. Don't yell at me, bro. All right, listen, T-Jab counted up. I don't know who won this one. In the meantime, we're going to give this man the Asians. Let's go.
Oh my god, it's a Red Boy Hyper Banger!
Shout out to Fighter 4. Legendary $150 Red Boy Hyperbanger, man. Holy shit. Let's check out and let's see who won. Teach out with the numbers. Wow, bro.
Holy shit.
Oh man, that was an interesting battle. You got Nico Robin at $342.50 against Monette at $280. Man, the Monette fans, they felt safe. They felt safe. $283.97. They felt safe, man. The Monette fans thought they had this in the fucking bag. They let it go. They let it go, which means the winner and moving on to the next round is none other than the one and the only Nico Robin. Damn, man. Holy shit. I thought it was over for a while. They fell asleep. Let's do it one more time, boys. One more time. Holy shit. Boys, coping and seething to the maximum. Maximum.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
And that is it for the waifu battle, ladies and gentlemen. Nico Robin is going backstage as she's moving on to the next round, which means that our bracket for the first One Piece waifu battle tournament, the first half of the bracket is officially over, ladies and gentlemen, which means the next bracket is going to begin. And let me tell you, you're not going to want to miss this one. You thought today's battle was crazy. Tomorrow, we start the right side bracket. And boys, you ready for this? First battle tomorrow is Nami versus Makino, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Nami versus Makino is tomorrow. And then on Friday, we're going to be skipping because on Fridays, we skip the tournament to do regular waifu battle. And then on Sunday, we're going to have Ulti versus Charlotte Pudding. And then on Monday, we're going to have Hina versus Koala. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have Ota versus Nefertari Vivi. That is going to be insane, boys. And then after that, we will begin the next bracket until we get to the end. So we're ramping up, boys. We are ramping up. It's going to be an interesting time, but Nico Robin does continue. Very, very, very interesting. I'm curious to see how this is going to go down. Let's see what Mr. Rouge gifted to the channel really quick before we close out the show. Mr. Rouge decided to give some games like an absolute fucking legend this man is. Let's see what he's doing. Let me see. Here we go. Mr. Rouge, look at this guy. Holy shit, he's insane in all the best ways, man. Mr. Rouge. Bro, man. Mr.
Holy
Rouge.
shit.
Mr. Rouge. What the fuck is this? Por des Jueves de Placer. What the fuck? Vampire Crawlers. The turbo wild card from Vampire Survivors, of course. What an absolute fucking boss this guy is. Look at this man. He's like, oh, you want to try this game? Well, here it is. Mr. Rouge, thank you, my man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. What the fuck? Bro. Mr. Rouge.
Holy shit.
Mr. Rouge. Really? He gifted Beast of Reincarnation, which is the deluxe edition, by the way, which is Game Freak's new action RPG that we reacted to a couple of times. Holy fuck, man. Mr. Rouge. Wow. I'm always at a loss for words, I swear. I'm always at a loss for words, man. Mr. Rouge. Thank you. I mean, seriously. Wow. Thank you, brother. Wait, for hours of entertainment, is that what it stands for? Is that what this statement stands for? I could obviously Google Translate it, but Mr. Rouge, thank you, brother. Holy shit, man. Deluxe edition for Beast of Reincarnation. That would absolutely be griftcasted all day long. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Fuck, man. This guy's insane. I appreciate it. All right, boys. Listen, like I said earlier, no game stream. Yes, that's what it means. Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the content. You don't got to go crazy like that to enjoy the content, man, but I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for everything you do. You called Mr. Rouge the legendary Bigot Army Knight. Yeah, that's what he is. That's what he is. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate everything. No gaming stream tonight. I need the time to film, edit a bunch of videos. I got to edit like 5 or 6 videos. It's going to be a busy fucking night. I can't do it. I wanted to do it. I had it scheduled. It's just not public, but I had it scheduled. I'm going to have to shift it to tomorrow afternoon. So come hang out with me tomorrow afternoon for more Mouse PI for Hire. Guys, thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, super chatted, memberships, gifted games, everything. And shout out to the Hypno Mods for doing what they do every single day. I appreciate you as well. And I'll see every single one of you on the next one. Until then, you guys already know, man. Go be bigots and go be gooners. We're going to go raid Sheep. So go tell Sheep that he's gay. You got to tell him he's gay. Don't let him off the hook. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog or her cat was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in, make her gay. Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in, make her Lady Jack. Fuck everything, put a ticket in, make her gay. It means put a chicken in it, we eat, and make her fucking gay. Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! Twitter hole! Twitter hole! Get it right!
At the touch of the black man, I bring life I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. That's right!
Why the hell are you still here? Go on. Get out of here. Go play some video games.